Today I thought I'd take you outside on a beautiful, sunny, warm, mid-December day in 2023. We're at the corner of our 10-acre property, and I wanted to show you some maps in a minute, but I want to start out and show you this post. This corner post is very important because on all the geologic maps that I'll show you in a minute, they give coordinates from that post. That's your 0-0 mark. And the first core drill they did here was 60 feet north of 0-0, 60 feet east and 15 feet north. So about where this stake is, they drilled down 200 feet and were in lamprite the whole way. They just stopped drilling because they thought, well, 200 feet deep is deep enough. So we are standing on volcanic diamondiferous lamprite. And this is the Worthington open pit mine. We have 10 acres here. You can tell kind of what's clear cut is our 10 acres. We have approximately 1 acre of diamond bearing soil on this 10 acres. And an acre is roughly the size of a football. Our property line is right here where I built this fence to keep people from falling down in the hole. But I want to look at the maps with you here just a minute to kind of show you where we're at and what we're doing. So this lays out just the way it does in real life. The Crater Diamond State Park is right here, and we are at Twin Knobs 1, this mitten shape, and then Twin Knobs 2 is here, and then Black Lick and American North and the Kimberlite and the Timberlands is over here. But there are 7 diamondiferous intrusions within 3 miles of the Crater Diamond State Park. So zooming in a little closer from that map, we have this map. So it's the same map, but you can see the Crater Diamonds on there, and then you can see Twin Knobs 1 is this blue mitten shape here. And then I zeroed in even more. I'm using my books for paperweights here. They ought to be good for something. £1 a piece ought to keep things held down. It's a little breezy out here today. So the blue shaded area is the 60-acre Twin Knobs 1 property that is currently for sale for $9.3 million. That's 10 acres, that's 10 acres, here's 4 10 acres, so 40, 50, 60 acres. This 10-acre plot, my wife and I own it, and the corner post I showed you is right here. That's right at the corner of our property, and so we're standing right here right now talking about this, and we are looking north. We're looking that way. It's just the way it's set up. Well, if you remember the mitten shape, this is the volcanic intrusion, the shape of it, because there were probably numerous pyroclastic events that caused it, so you don't have just one round funnel, but that's the shape the volcano took when it got all done with their events. So I made this mitten shape to overlay this map, but it's not perfect. I thought, I read in one geologic report, they thought Twin Knobs 1 was 21 acres. So I made a 21 acre mitten. Actually, in Star Resources report, Texas Star's report, they said they thought it was 14 acres. So anyway, it does sit roughly like this. And this part of the mitten is right here where we're standing. So that's the corner post I showed you, and the lamprite comes to here, and it goes this triangle. On our 10 acres, we only have about 1 acre, and it's this triangle over here on this side. I'm going to show you, well, I'll go ahead and show you now. So in 92, 93, 94, Texas Star undertook a drilling program. This is roughly the mitten. I don't know if you can kind of see that outline of the mitten shape here. Anyway, it's rough and a little hard to see. But this is the 00 mark, the corner post that I showed you. And a minute ago I told you the first drill hole they did in 92, it was drill hole number 9201, 60 feet east and 15 feet north, and that's that post, that peg I put right over there. Well, they also drilled here and here and here, and they, at this spot, and I did a video about this, they drilled down 1,000 feet in lamperite and never hit the bottom. Then they drilled at an angle this way, an angle this way, an angle that way, and figuring out the depth, they could get a shape for the intrusion and the volume that they have. But the bottom line is incredible volume. I mean, this is huge, a lot of material here. Then they did, after the ground magnetic survey to get the line, and after the drill core program and the geologists studied all this expensive core they drilled, they did mini bulk sampling. So they did a little test pit, another one here, 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 here. They did test pits and washed the ore to see if there was diamonds in it, and if so, how many. Their best test pit was right here, and they liked it so well they went back and dug another test pit in the same spot but deeper. They just named it another test pit. Then they moved over a little bit and dug right there. So these were their best samples out of this whole mitten shaped deal. And I'm cheating here, I'm looking on my notes. So they went in and found, first time they dug here they got 6 diamonds. They went back and dug again, they got 3 more. They went back, they dug right here and got 3. So 12 diamonds right here by this property line, and that's this wooden fence that I'm standing by right here. This is highly proprietary company information, but I just want to say that if you're seriously interested in the property that's for sale, I would allow you, I can't mail this to you, you'd have to come here and I could let you look at it. But this tells how deep every core drill hole went, and whether it went straight down 90 degrees or 45 angle or a 30 degree angle, and what direction it went from the spot marked on the map. And anyway, we've got all that information, and the geologists went through, this is all the geological reports, and this is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is a description of the core from that post that I showed you, but with lamperite all the way down. Wow, some of my stuff's gone with the wind. Oh well, that breeze kind of came up. But you could look, if you wanted to know, in 1993, their second core drill hole, here's a description from the geologist. There's a couple of pages of description of the core, what they encountered. And I would be willing to let you look at it if you came to visit the site and were seriously interested in possibly purchasing the land. But otherwise, I need to keep this confidential. I also, a geologist, Dr. Geology, Dr. Roy Basu, helped me with this. I gave him the drill core information and which ones went straight down and which ones went at an angle and what they encountered. And he gave, this information on all that so you can look at it. And something I was going to show you, and I will be able to chase them down in a minute, but here are some photographs I have of the core drilling that they did, and some of the photos went over there, but I'll get them. And this must have been a day they had investors out there showing them their test pits and trying to get them to buy more stock in the company because they were running out of money, because they spent so much money studying it to death with ground magnetic survey, core drilling, studying the core. Then when they finally started digging, and this shows what they encountered down there. So I've got some photos from back in the day. This is 1994. Anyway, these books are kind of holding everything down. I guess I won't lose anything else. Let me show you the lamperite itself. So we are standing on solid lamperite. Goes down quite a ways right here. Let me get down and show you. I have been mini bulk sampling this myself. We have a state-of-the-art diamond recovery plant just 1,000 feet through there, and we excavated here, and we run about 5 tons an hour, and we processed a lot of this ore, and we found diamonds in it. And this is what the lamprite looks like. You can see right here, it's a hard, solid rock, and you can see here as well where I've cut this ditch for drainage. That is solid volcanic rock, and you can tell it's a breccia because it has large angular clasts in it. So that's really the best kind of lamprite. Now this orange cone signifies the edge of the intrusion. In other words, everything to the right is just clay. Everything to the left is volcanic ore. That's the edge of the volcano. In fact, well, I don't know if you can tell here, but anyway, this is clay, and then on the left is lamprite. I left a little bit in the wall here just because the lamprite's good and solid, and I didn't want to get clay exposed and wash down in here and contaminate our sample, because I don't want to wash clay. I just want to wash the lamprite. But this is what it looks like. You can kind of see where it's washed out here some down to the hard lamprite. It washed the soft stuff away, but it's rock hard. And like I say, that is our property line there. And if the Riley sells their 60 acres, my wife and I are willing to sell our 10 acres. And then you also have 4 1/3 acres as sort of the access to this from the highway. That's the road that gets you up here. So we would be willing to sell, mainly because I'll be 69 years old soon, and I need to kind of curb my diamond mining. But anyway, thank you for watching. I was glad I could show this to you.